Terima kasih banyak kepada Bapak Edi Nuhan, okay, from Jakarta. Now, before I continue, if you have any question about the honor, please write to me through Facebook. Okay, you will find my name, Simon Siew. Look for me on Facebook, or you can send your questions or comments to brother. What's that? The host. Okay, of this course. So you can write to me through Facebook. Look for my name, Pastor Simon Siew. Right now, sebelum saya melanjutkan, before I continue, this honor don't get mixed up with the flag honor, because there is also a flag honor from North American Division. These are two different honors, even though both study about flags. Everybody who study these two honor, they will tell you that the honor I created is much more comprehensive. It really study about flags. The flag honor talks more about Pathfinder flags. Okay, so please know that these two honors are very different. Vexillology is the scientific study of flags. Okay, now there are 25 requirements. Ada 25 apa tu pensyaratan, 25 requirements. Okay, so every time you see in blue is bahasa Indonesia. All right, so I will not go through all this, but I will go through one by one. So all those in blue, these are the requirement. Okay, so you will notice ada 25 semua. Okay, the last one is a practical one. You make a poster of 20 different flags. Okay, buatlah sebuah poster dengan bendera-bendera dari 20 negeri yang berbeza. Right, so that is your project. You also have to pass a test. All right, so let's now come to the first requirement. Apa itu vexillology? Okay, dan berasal dari mana? So what is vexillology and how this word come about? Now, vexillology is a technical word. Okay, it's a very new word, and it came about just not long ago. It is the scientific study of flags, modern as well as historical. It also studied the symbolism, the symbols of the flag, right? So please understand this is a very new thing, the word vexillology. It studied about how flags were created, how it was dicipta, and it talked about the design and the use of the flag and the development. Okay, so this is all about vexillology. Now, the word vexillology comes from itu bahasa atau kata Latin, yaitu vexillum. Now, every time you see the word that is red, this will come out in your test. Okay, so give you warning. Kalau nampak itu kata-kata yang berwarna apa tu merah, jangan lupa ingat. So because this will be a test question. So one of my test questions will be, where did the word vexillology come from? It comes from the word vexillum, not vexilla, not vexillum, not vexillog. It's vexillum. Okay, bahasa Latin dan bahasa Greek. Okay, vexillum is maksudnya flag, bendera, and logia is from bahasa Greek, which means ilmu or knowledge. Okay, so please understand the word vexillology come from vexillum plus logia. So what is a vexillum? Now this is a vexillum, nampak ini. So this one, this square flag, the Roman people who use it, this is a vexillum. Now here you can see from archaeology, you see here one of the lady holding a vexillum during the time of the Roman, the masa Roma. Okay, it's a very long time, zaman Roma. Okay, so you can see here, this is a vexillum. All right, long time ago. Okay, now this is the man, Professor Whitney Smith, who came up with the word vexillology in 1957. I was only 1 year old. Okay, I was born in 1956. So when I was 1 year old, this word vexillology dicipta. Before that, there was no word called vexillology. So if you look at the dictionary, itu kamus, if you look at any old dictionary before 1957, you will not find the word vexillology. So ini baru dicipta di tahun 1957, and this is the man Whitney Smith, right? So and then it was printed, kita nampak di media cetak pada masa tahun 1959. So before 1959, this word was not even appearing in any printed form. Okay, so 1957 the word came about, and 1959 first time we saw it dicetak, okay, printed. Now this one will not be important, but just to let you know, the word flag in English can be expressed in many ways. Colors, itu pun flag. Standard is also flag. Banner is also flag. Emblem also means flag. Streamers, ensign, honor mask, jack, pennon, bunting, and banderole. Now here you see all the different. Ini semua bendera. These are all considered flags, and you can see some are called bunting, some are called burgee, pennon, ensign, honor mask. So I will try to explain some of them. So in the study of flags, jangan lupa ada banyak kata, many different words for flags. So these are all the different English words which all talk about flags. All right. Soalan kedua, number 2. What functions do flags serve? Apakah fungsi dari bendera? So what are the different function? Okay, why do we use flags? Kenapa kita guna itu bendera? Number 1. Okay, the first time flags was used was to help military coordination. Okay, pada masa perang, itu peperangan, during the time of battle or war, you need to know where the commander is. All right, mana itu commanders. You need to know where the commander is, and the commander will always carry the flag. All right, and that's how we know where the commander is. So the commander is the one carrying the flag. It is for military koordinasi, okay, or military coordination. Okay, so remember, this was the first time flag was used was during apa tu peperangan, during medan perang. Okay, now number 2, flags is used to help people know whether you are kawan atau musuh. So whether you are a friend or whether you're foe. When you show your flag, then people know, oh, yeah, itu kawan atau itu musuh. So flags help people know whether you are a friend or whether you are an enemy. Yeah. So it's very important that you make sure you have the right flag. Kalau tidak, kena tembak. Okay. So it's very important that you show that you are sama-sama. You are from the same country. You are friend. Not an enemy, bukan musuh. Okay, so this is the second reason why flags was used, to show people whether you are friend or you are an enemy. Now, number 3, this is very important. Okay, now this one has an interesting history. Flags was very important because as long, especially medan perang, especially during war, as long as the flag belum jatuh, that means you belum kalah. That means if the flag has not fallen, you have not lost the war. So it's very important that the military commander or whoever is carrying the flag, siapa yang ambil itu bendera, jangan beri dia jatuh. Okay, because kalau jatuh, maksudnya sudah apa tu, kalah atau tewas, or you already lost already. Okay, so the flag, as long as it is up, that means you have not lost the war. Belum menyerah, you have not surrendered yet. Sebab itu, because of this, okay, even today, sampai sekarang, every army in the world, they are still guarding the military flag. Okay, there are the military escort. Now, even to this day, if you look very carefully, now ini semua, all these are military flag. As long as the military flag during marching, you will see behind ada orang yang bersenjata, the people who are armed, okay, ada senjata to protect the flag, because as I told you, the flag cannot be lost. The flag cannot be stolen. Tak boleh kena curi atau somebody take it away. So that's why it is always protected by armed guards. Now, let me show you some pictures. Now, ini dari Amerika Syarikat. So this is US. You see the soldier here with a weapon. This one also weapon. Right? And all these are carrying, kita panggil regimental color atau regimental bendera. Itu bendera tentera. Now here in Singapore, you can see, here are the military flag, and behind, you see, the armed guard. Okay, dia pasti ada orang bersenjata di belakang. Itu orang yang bawa itu bendera. So those people who are carrying the flag, you can be sure di belakang, sure you find apa orang bersenjata. Okay, so you'll be protected by people with weapon. Now here is the famous French Legion here. Now I do not know whether you heard of the French Legion. Ini very famous, the French Legion. Okay, so you see the French Legion flag, and again, siapa yang belakang? You see the armed guard, yang bersenjata untuk apa tu? To protect the flag. So sampai sekarang we still have this tradition. Do not let somebody steal the flag. Do not have somebody take away the flag. Now here in China, you see the regimental flag itu bendera military, and sama juga ada orang yang bersenjata. And here di Afrika, Djibouti. Now ini bendera askar atau military negara Djibouti. So this is the country of Djibouti, and you can see here people with weapons guarding the army flag. So you can see how important the flag is. Never let somebody steal the flag. As long as the flag is flying, the country has not surrendered. That's what it means. All right, number 4. Another fungsi, another function of flags. Flags show your who you belong to, okay? Your allegiance. It identify your country. It identify your organization, okay? Which organization you belong to, which country you belong to. Now here you see the Indonesia athlete in the Olympics, right? And they are marching during the opening ceremony of the Olympic Games, and you can see them carrying the Indonesian flag, and all the sportsmen are also, and sportwomen are carrying the Indonesian flag, okay, to identify themselves. Okay, all right, next question. Flags are also used to express atau to show national mourning. Apa itu national mourning? Mourning is when somebody important dia sudah mati, especially macam president atau prime minister atau itu or the king, right? So here, when President Habibie died many years ago, you can see all the flags of Indonesia were flying half mast. Kita panggil ini half mast. What is half mast? Is to show apa tu?
Setengah tiang.
Kibarkan setengah tiang. Okay, so that's meaning of half mast. Correct now. To show that someone important has died, and we are all crying. We are all merasa sedih. We are all feeling sad. So flags are used to show. We call it national mourning. Okay, in bahasa you call it what? What do you call it in bahasa?
Setengah tiang apa?
Gabungan nasional.
National mourning. National mourning. I forgot what's the word.
Gabungan nasional.
Yeah, correct. That's the word. Correct.
Yeah.
Okay. Now another thing about flags. Flags also show victory atau kejayaan. Now, for example, in the Olympic game, when Great Britain got the gold medal, their flag would be the highest, right? And then these two flags, Denmark and New Zealand, itu kedua pun pingat apa tu silver, perak. So both are silver. That's why they are same level. So these flags are used to show apa tu kejayaan or victory or achievement. Okay, kemenangan. Okay, number H. Now, this is important. You can remember anything that is red. Jangan lupa, because this will come out in your test. sometimes people use the black flag, bendera yang berwarna hitam. Now here you can see an example in the country of Greece, Greeka. This woman was walking up and down with a black flag. Kenapa? Black flag is used to show apa tu? Protest, okay, or you are not happy. So when people lost their job or they are angry with some policy, all right, then they walk around with the black flag. Now, of course, Asia country we don't do that. In Europe, this is very common. So apa maksud itu bendera hitam? Untuk apa? To show protest, okay? Remember, anything red, do not forget. So black flag is protest. Okay, next question. Oh yeah, another way people show protest. Now this is something we Christian, we must never do. Apa itu? You see, like when South Korea was not happy with North Korea, they burned the North Korea flag. Now please, jangan lupa saya, apa yang saya kata ini. Don't ever do that. No matter how unhappy you are with another country, do not burn another country flag. Christians should never do this, okay? So in other country, when they are not happy, they burn the flag or they walk around with a black flag, as I told you, okay? Now, ini penting. You will find in the beach, itu pantai, you will see the red flag, okay? Now, when I was in Australia, in the famous beach in Sydney, you will see the red flag when here and then very far away another red flag. Kalau ada bendera merah, apa maksudnya? What's the meaning? Between here and here, do not enter. Kenapa? Bahaya. There are poisonous jellyfish atau the wave, the ombak is very dangerous, okay? So this red flag is amaran. It's telling people do not enter the water. So this is for, what's the meaning? Warning. So red flag is for warning. All right. Next question. Okay. J. Now, flags are also used for communication. Now, those of you who are pathfinders, you know this. We use the semaphore flag, correct? Now, if you know semaphore, you know that this person is sending what? You, isn't it? So this is you. Now, do you know that flags are used to communicate in many different ways? Bukan saja semaphore. Now, for example, some of you may not know this. This is called International Code of Signal. Let me just show you. Let me stop sharing so you can see me. Okay, hold on first. Let me stop sharing dulu. Hey, how do I stop sharing? Hey, where is stop sharing?
There should be on top of your screen, Pastor.
Oh yeah,
Stop
yeah.
sharing.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Now, okay. Now, can all of you see me? You
Yes.
can see me, right? Now, okay, everyone. I want you to look at this thing here. By the way, I want to see myself. Can you make sure that I can see myself so I know that? Okay, speaker view. Okay, hold on. Now I have here. Okay. This is the International Code of Signal. Ada 40 bendera. There are 40 flags altogether. Okay. Now each of the flag. Okay. If I were to take it out, like for example, this one is the old flag. You will find this in the kapal, in the big ship. Now, you will notice there are 40 flags in every ship. Now, here is one of them. Now, many of you know this right away because this flag is exactly the same as the semaphore flag, correct or not? But in ICS, atau International Code of Signal, this is actually the O flag, A, B, C, D. This is letter O. Okay, now let me explain to you what I'm talking about. So let me share screen again to help you understand what I'm talking about. Okay, so you know what I'm talking about. Share screen. Hold on. Okay, can you see me now? Can you see me? Oh, sorry. Can all of you see me?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yes.
Now, look here, everyone. This is what I call the ICS. This is used in the ship. That's why sometimes it's also called marine signal flag. Now, just now you saw I got 40 of them. I bought this in America. It's quite expensive, you know. Now, there are altogether 26 alphabet flag, A sampai Z, and then 10 number flag, 0 sampai 9. And then there's also 3 substitution flag, 1 answering flag. Total 40. There are altogether 40 flags. Now, when you see this in the shape, okay, now here you can see here, when they put it up like that, each flag means one word, okay, just to let you know, okay. Each one means this is the O flag, this is the V flag, you see, all right. This one is this is the apa tu C flag. This one is the let me see, S flag, because I know all these things. So in all of the ship, you'll find these 40 flags, all right, okay. So the semaphore flag, the O flag in the ship is actually the semaphore flag, right? So don't forget that the semaphore flag come from these 40 flags in the ship, okay? So just to let you know this. Now, let me continue. In the car racing, in Malay, we call it perlombaan kereta. How do you say in Indonesia? Car racing?
Motor apa?
Okay, all right. Now, in the
balap motor.
Okay, good. In the car racing, all the motorists who are in the car race, they will know that green means start. Yellow, slow down. Black, that means you got to come out for consultation. Red, you must stop, right? And then kalau nampak itu white flag, that means you are entering the last round atau last lap. And this checker flag sudah habis. So again, you see the flag is used for communication, okay? It's used for communication. All right, now letter K, this is another reason why we use flag. In England, now this one, remember, this is especially in Great Britain. If you go to London, the famous Buckingham Palace, you will know whether the Queen is there or the Queen is not there. Like, for example, this is Windsor Palace, okay? This is the Queen's special flag. Bendera apa tu permaisuri atau the flag of the Queen. We call it the Royal Standard. Now, do not forget apa nama itu, Royal Standard. When you see the flag in this palace or this castle, maksudnya the Queen is there. Okay. If you don't see it, that means the Queen is not there. So this is the special flag. Now this flag is on the kapal, in the ship. That means the Queen is there. So flags are also used to show whether the monarch atau itu apa tu raja ada hadir or is whether present or not present. Okay, so if you see the flag on the ship, she is there. If she is in this palace, that means the Queen is there. All right, then L. Okay, now of course nowadays ini tiada lagi apa tu practice. Nobody do that anymore. Long ago, when the colonizers, like itu orang Belanda atau orang English or orang Espanyol from Spain, when they discover a new land and they take over the land, they will put the flag there to show apa tu possession. Oh, ini sudah jadi kita punya. Of course, this is long ago, all right, to show that they have now owned the land. Today, nobody can do that anymore. Okay, so here you can see, for example, Christopher Columbus, when he discovered America, he put the flag there to show, oh, I have discovered the flag. This is a very old practice. Nobody do that anymore. All right. All right, now requirement number 3. Now this is interesting, okay? Now we're going to study about flags used on the ship, the kapal. There are 2 special flags that you will find on the ship. Satu kita panggil, we call ensign, and the other one is on the mast. Now you as a pathfinder, you must know the difference between ensign and on the mast. So apa itu ensign, apa itu on the mast? Both are used on the ship. Okay, let's look at ensign. Apa itu ensign? An ensign is a flag used in the sea, the laut, untuk apa? To show which country you come from. Like, for example, this is the Malaysian ensign used by the military. So when the boat or the ship is sailing, is a military boat, they will have this special flag, and you see the Malaysia flag up there, but you also see the naval symbol. So ini kita panggil ensign. Okay, so ensign is to show which country you come from, the kapal. So this is only used on the ship. So ensign is a flag used in the ship to show apa, untuk menunjuk mana which country you are from. Okay, so remember that. Now, for example, this is Fiji. Fiji has got at least 4 different kind of ensign used by government, used by civilian, okay, used by traders and so on, used by navy. So these are all flags on the ship or on the boat, yeah, the kapal. Okay. Now let's now talk about ornaments. Okay. Ornaments is also used on the ship. Tetapi apa itu beza? What's the difference? An ornaments will have words on it. Kenapa? This is the name of the ship. Ensign tell you which country you're from, tetapi ornaments tell you the name atau nama itu kereta atau the name of the owner of the ship. Now, for example, this ship is called Lady of Man or the Chino. Now here I have an example of a ornaments. Okay. Now can all of you see me? Can you see me, by the way? Can all of you see? Now here is an example of an ornaments that I bought when I was in Norway. Okay. So this is from a very famous ship, the Fram. Okay. This is a ship used in the Antarctic exploration. Now ini ialah ornaments. Okay. So remember what's the difference between ensign and ornaments? Ensign tell you which country you're from, dari apa itu negeri, and ornaments tell you the name of the ship, itu nama kapal, or the nama itu apa itu, the owner of the ship. Now here you can see on this ship there are 2 ornaments. One tells you the name, the owner of the ship, and the other one the name of the ship, itu nama kapal. So this is the difference between ornaments and ensign. Kedua-dua pun diguna di laut. So both are used in the ship. Okay, one shows, remember I told you again, one show you which country you're from, the other one show you the name of the ship. So do not forget this. All right. Okay, number 4. I have to go a little bit faster. What is a war flag? Now, many of you may not know this. In today's world, there is a, kita panggil bendera perang, okay, a war flag. Another way to explain a war flag is actually a military flag. It's used during military or during war. Now, this is the flag of Brunei, tetapi ini ialah apa tu, bendera perang negeri Brunei. So here you see the military flag or the battle flag, the flag for war, itu kita panggil bendera apa tu, perang. Okay. So a war flag is a military flag used for battle. So the army uses this. Now here is a very famous war flag. Ini bendera apa tu, China. But this is the war flag of China, right? Red and hijau, green. And not only that, it has got 2 Chinese characters. The Chinese character for 8 and the Chinese character for 1. 8-1. Why? Because 8-1 represent August 1, 1927, when the People Liberation Army was created. So the army of China was created on August 1, 1927. So that's why you see 8-1 on the war flag atau bendera perang. Okay. So this is what a war flag is all about. Okay. Number 5. Okay. Now we come into 2 questions about the Bible. Do you know that in the Bible, flags are mentioned? Okay. You will find that in the Bible, there are flags. One of the interesting things is this. One of the names of God. Now, God has many names. Yeah, Allah ada banyak nama. And one of the name in the Bible has something to do with flag. Ada berkaitan dengan itu sebuah bendera. Apa itu? What is the name? And the name is Jehovah Nissi. So do not forget this. All right. Now again, you notice it's in red. That means it will come up for your test. Salah satu nama Allah dalam perjanjian lama adalah apa tu? Jehovah Nissi. So one of the names of God in the Old Testament is Jehovah Nissi. What's the meaning? The Lord is my flag. or the Lord is my banner. So the meaning of Jehovah Nisi is the Lord is my flag. Tuhan adalah saya punya, Jehovah, Tuhan adalah panjir kita, okay, my flag. Okay, now in the Bible, in Exodus 17 verse 15, it says Moses built an altar there and called it the Lord is my banner. Hebrew is Jehovah Nisi. And he said they have dared raise the fist against the Lord's throne. So now the Lord will be at war with the Amalek generation after generation. So that's why God raised up his flag, and his flag was called Jehovah Nisi. God is our flag. Okay, so remember the name of God that is connected with flag, apa tu? Jehovah Nisi. All right. Question 6. In the Bible, another name for flag is banner. Now, how is the flag or panjil atau bendera Allah digambarkan? How was it described in the Bible? Now, this is interesting because how is the flag of God described? Only one word. The word is what? Love. Okay, from the book Song of Solomon, chapter 2 verse 4, itu Kidung Agong, bab 2 ayat 4, dia kata apa? He brought me to the banqueting house, and his banner over me was love. His flag over me was what? Love. So remember, what is God's banner? Answer, love. Okay, so God's banner over me is what? Cinta, is love. So this is actually found in the Bible. All right, question 7. Now here's another question that has to do with Christianity. Let me tell you something first. This is only used in the Protestant world. So Catholic, don't do this, okay? In the Protestant world, Dunia Protestant, we have a special flag that identifies Christianity. We call it the Christian flag. So the question is, siapa? Who merancang bendera Christian? Who designed the flag? And what is it used for? Now, this is the man. His name is Charles Overton, together with his friend. But the main person who design it is Charles Overton. He designed the Christian flag. So jangan lupa nama itu. Siapa merancang itu bendera Christian? Charles Overton. Do not forget this name. They are Methodists. Now this is how the flag, the Christian flag, look like. Okay, let me show you now. Ini. So the Christian flag is white background with a blue canton. This is called canton, and a red salib. Okay, so this is the international Christian flag, white background with a blue canton and a red cross. Okay, so this flag is used in all Protestant churches, including General Conference. If you go to General Conference, many flags, you also see this. In the 500 clubs of America, they also use the Christian flag. In Asia, we have not started to use it, but when I was a youth director, I started to encourage my 500 to use the Christian flag. So some of our clubs ada guna into Christian flag. I'm not sure about Indonesia. Do you use it in Indonesia? I'm not sure about that, right? But in North America, Africa, all our Christian churches use the Christian flag. Okay. Oh yeah, very important question. What is the meaning of the three color? All right, apa maksudnya itu tiga warna? Remember, ada tiga warna saja. First of all, putih, white. Oh, sorry, merah, red. Red represent apa tu darah, the blood of Jesus, darah Yesus, and also his sacrifice. So red represent his sacrifice. Okay, and then blue represent loyalty atau kesetiaan Yesus, and also represent our loyalty, and also represent baptism. Okay, air baptisan. Okay, so you also represent baptism, and white represent apa tu? Oh, sorry, white is here. White represent kemuliaan. Okay, or we call it the purity of Jesus. It also represents surrender. We surrender to Jesus Christ. So white represent we surrender to Jesus. Blue represent we are faithful to Jesus. And red represent we sacrifice like Jesus. Okay, so red can also represent the blood of Jesus, his sacrifice, his loyalty towards us, and the purity of Jesus, right? So has many meaning, huh? All right. Now ini kita panggil apa tu janji bendera Christian. Now this one you don't have to learn it, but in America our pathfinder always repeat janji bendera Christian. Okay, and this is what it says: I pledge allegiance to the Christian flag and to the Savior for whose kingdom it stands, one brotherhood, uniting all Christians in service and love. So if you go to America and in some of the other countries that use the Christian flag, our Pathfinder Club will repeat itu janji bendera Christian as part of the opening ceremony. Okay. All right. Question 8. Now here's another interesting thing. Many of you may not heard of this. Do you know there is a flag yang kita panggil bendera dunia? We call it the world flag. There's a flag which is interesting. It's called the world flag. Now, why is it called the world flag? If you look at the picture, immediately you know why it's called the world flag. Why is it called the world flag? First of all, it is the biggest flag you ever see. And second of all the flags of the world are inside this big flag, right? So if you look very carefully, you will find, let me see, I should have looked at it. Yeah, here, Indonesia. You see here? So all the flags of the world are found on the world flag. Now, Malaysia is at the bottom here, right? This is Nepal, this is Sweden, and this is Tuvalu. Okay. Now I know the flags of every country. Okay, I can tell you all the flags. This is Hungary, Philippines. Okay, this is this is an old flag. The new flag doesn't look like this anymore. Okay, so this is Congo, Democratic Republic of Congo, Mozambique, Portugal, Norfolk Island, Marshall Island, and so on. So these are all the about 195 flags of the whole world. Now this is called the world flag. Siapa who created it? Itu siapa cipta itu? His name Paul Carroll. Now this is a test question. Jangan lupa, this will come out for your test. Siapa pencipta? Who is the creator of the world flag? Bendera dunia siapa cipta? Paul Carroll. Now it's interesting. The story is that when he had an accident, he was hospitalized. And for about 1-2 months, he was in the hospital. And at the time when he was in the hospital, he decided to create something that will help unite the whole world. And he came up with this world flag. So it was created when he had an accident, when he was in the hospital, right? Now, this world flag is used all over the world, okay? It is used for education, for world health, for environment, itu semua, okay? So every time there's a world event, something important, you see the world flag being flown. It's a very big flag. Okay. Now these two young person are carrying the world flag, right? So you just need to remember who is the creator, Paul Carroll. All right. As I told you, the four corners of the flag show you the earth, the one on the top and one at the bottom, and the one on the left, one on the right. So that's why these two, if you look at the map of the world, are directly opposite. Sweden is directly opposite of Malaysia. Nepal is directly opposite of Tuvalu. Okay, right? So here in the middle is the world map. Okay, so all together you will see about almost 200 flags here. Okay, this is called the world flag. Number 9. What is the correct method to fly the flag at half mast during the time of national mourning? Okay, pada masa apa tu? Masa bergabung, when somebody important has died, then you are asked to raise the flag half mast. Now you must remember the correct way to do this. Many people do not know the correct way to raise the flag at half mast. So I will explain to you very slowly how to raise the flag at half mast atau setengah tiang. Now this is the way to do it. Okay. Now remember, it is to show apa tu, menunjukkan masa itu
bergabung.
Agak bergabung. Okay, somebody has died. Now the way to do this is this. Now remember carefully. Okay, when you bring the flag to the flagpole, jangan raise the flag halfway and stop. Itu salah. This is wrong. This is not the way you do half mast. when you are asked to do the half mast, you bring the flag all the way to the top, sampai atas. Then you bring it down halfway. Okay, you understand? So to do half mast, you must first raise the flag to the top, ke atas, and then turun sampai setengah. So that is how you do half mast. And then in the evening, pada masa evening, when it's about night time, itu malam akan datang, you have to lower the flag. Sama juga, it's the same thing. In the evening, you do not just bring it down. You cannot just bring it down, okay? You bring it all the way to the top, and then you bring it all the way down. So saya ulangi, to do the half mast for the opening, you first bring the flag, okay, let me explain again, to the top, and then you bring it halfway. And in the evening, to lower the flag, you bring it all the way to the top, and then bring it all the way down. Do you, all of you understand? I hope you understand what I'm talking about, okay? Faham nggak semua? Boleh faham? You understand what I'm saying? Yes or no? Yeah? Okay, so half mast, you must bring it to the top, and then bring it halfway. And then pada masa malam, because you have to bring down the flag, again, what you do, you bring it to the top, and then you bring it all the way down. So this is, we call it striking the half mast. They've been bringing the half mast down. Okay. Now, so remember, this one is the flag of Austria. To do half mast, you must bring it to the top and then bring it down halfway. And the evening time, bring it all the way to the top and then bring it all the way down. So a little bit different. Now, one more thing I want to tell you, okay? When we say half mast, it does not necessarily mean exactly halfway. As long as it is 1/3, 1/3 is called what? Kita panggil apa? 1/3? How do you say 1/3?
Sepertiga. Sepertiga.
Okay, 1/3. So even if it's 1/3, it's still considered half mast. So do not think the half mast must be exactly half. No. So you see, like for example, this is Australia half mast. It's not one. It's not half. It's actually 1/3. So as long as it is 1/3 down, itu pun kita panggil half mast. Okay. So remember, not necessarily it must be exactly halfway. Now in some country, especially if you have a flag flying from the window, okay, you put a black ribbon. Now ini apa tu? Ribbon berwarna hitam. Now this is especially in Russia, Estonia, and Vietnam. So they will not only have I mean, if you're flying from the wall dari apa tu bangunan, because you cannot put the flag halfway this way, so they put a black ribbon over here. So this also represent half mast. Okay. Now there's one thing I should say before I forget. Now Pathfinder, listen very carefully, because I'm teaching you vexillology. It's very important as my responsibility to explain to you. Almost every country in the world, they require that when you do the flag ceremony, nighttime, the flag must come down. If you are having camping, Pathfinders, and you have your Pathfinder flag or your Indonesia flag, when the night comes, sunset is coming, make sure you bring down the flag. The flag should not be up during nighttime. Darkness must not come over the flag. You understand? Tidak boleh ada kita panggil apa tu kegelapan. We cannot have darkness coming over the flag. So that's why in many countries it is illegal. Okay, it's actually illegal kalau itu bendera masih di atas di waktu malam. You must bring down the flag in the evening. Kecuali, except, now listen carefully, except satu keadaan. What is the situation? Satu situasi boleh masih di atas. Itu kecuali, the exception is this, di bawah ada spotlight. So at night, if you have spotlight shining the flag, kalau di bawah ada itu spotlight, itu lampu, how do you say spotlight? Anybody?
Lampu sorot.
Okay. Yang terang itu. So if there are light shooting up on the flag, so the flag can be seen, boleh nampak di malam, then it's okay to be flying. You understand? So as long as the flag can be seen shining, you can be on top. So in many countries, you see the flag flying at night, tetapi ada lampu atau terang. It's very bright because there are spotlight down there. So itu the only time a flag can be atas di waktu malam is when you have spotlight shining on it. I hope Pathfinder you understand what I'm saying, because those who study vexillology, you must know this. All right, now I will tell you about the legend. Itu legenda. Why? Kenapa kita ada tradisi setengah tiang? Why do we have this tradition of a half mast? Now here you can see in Beijing, all right, during the horrible earthquake, the Sichuan earthquake in 2008, or about what? I think about 100 to 200,000 people died. Many people died in the Sichuan earthquake of 2008. And China require all to have their flag half mast. Now, if you look very carefully at the half mast, many people ask, why must you bring it halfway? You see, the story is this, okay? Is to allow the invisible flag of death, itu bendera kematian, okay? This is atau mati, the invisible flag of death to be flying on top, all right? So that your flag is actually bawah. So this is the story behind it. Why do we lower the flag halfway? So that the flag of death atau bendera kematian di atas yang tak boleh nampak, which is considered invisible. So I hope you understand this is the so-called story behind why people fly the half mast, to allow room atau ruangan, you allow space for the invisible flag of death. You understand what I'm saying? I hope you understand what I'm talking about, right? So even though we can't see the flag, of course this is only a story, okay? But many people explain why we have half mast, so that the flag of death is on top, okay? Okay, so I already explained to you already, okay? To show atau menandakan kehadiran, kekuatan atau keunggulan dari yang meninggal, okay? That death, kematian sudah ada hadir. That's what it means, okay? All right, number 10. Now this is so interesting. Just now we talk about half mast, okay? We all talk about half mast, remember? Now let me tell you, there's one country in the world, the dunia, ada satu negara, there's one country, they make it a law, itu ialah dia sudah membuat itu undang, that on Good Friday, which in Indonesia you call it Hari Jumat Agung, the flag must be half mast, because this country, a lot of them are Christian, to show that people are sad that Jesus Christ have died. So on Good Friday, Hari Jumat Agung, this country make it a law that the flag must be half mast. Apa negara itu? The country is Greece atau Greka. So here you see the Greece, the flag of Greece. According to the law 8511978, it is a law in negara Greece that on Good Friday, bring down your national flag halfway, half mast, to remember the death of Jesus Christ. So that is the only country in the world that does this. No other country does this, okay? Right? To show. Now here you can see Canadian flag is still flying, but the Greece flag is half mast. So people are wondering, kenapa macam ni? Why is the Greece flag flying half mast, but the Canadian flag is atas? That's because what happened? Canada does not have this law, but in Greece, when it is Good Friday, Hari Jumat Agung, you must bring down the flag halfway to remember the death of Jesus Christ. Good Friday. Okay, this is Greece, the country of Greece atau negara Greka yang buat macam ni. Okay, so this is how the flag of Greece look like. Okay, bendera Yunani. Okay. Number 11. Now this is also interesting. We are still talking about half mast. There are two countries in the world that will not lower the half mast, even if their king died, even if their prime minister died, even if their important people died. Langsung tidak boleh, tidak pernah itu buat setengah tiang. The two countries in the world, their flag will never come down half mast. Which two countries and kenapa? Why these two countries do not allow their country flag to come down halfway? Answer, itu dua negara ialah negara Saudi Arabia, dan negara Somaliland. Ini bukan Somalia, Somaliland. Okay, Somaliland. These two Muslim country melarang bendera mereka dikibarkan setengah tiang ini. Why? Because this is considered un-Islamic. Ini tidak Islamic. Okay, alright, itu merupakan tindakan apa tu penistaan. Okay, it's blasphemy. It's considered blasphemy. Okay, so these two flags does not allow. Now, do you know why? If you look at these two flags, you know the answer. That's because of the writing on the flag. Apa ni? In agama Islam, in the Muslim religion, this is what we call the Shahada. The Shahada here, you see here? This is the Shahada. Apa itu Shahada? The words that say, all right, La ilahi, you know, it goes something like this. There is no other God except Allah, and Muhammad is the messenger of God. Now, because the word Allah is on the flag, you see the word Allah is on the flag, sebab Allah ada di bendera, you cannot bring down the flag halfway. It will be like disgracing God. You understand? Itu memalukan itu nama Tuhan atau Allah. So that's the reason why in these two countries, the two countries which is Saudi Arabia and Somaliland, they will not lower the flag half-mast, walaupun even though their king may have died. Okay, even if the king died or their president died, they will never bring down the flag half-mast because of the word Allah is on the flag. You understand? So that's the reason behind it. Now, here's a good example. Remember, I was talking about the earthquake in Sichuan. All the flags in Hong Kong at that time were flying half-mast. You see, like for example, the flag of Hungary was flying half-mast. You know, Venezuela, all the flags, New Zealand, they're all flying half-mast to show that they were also feeling sad that 200,000 people died in China in Sichuan earthquake. Now this was in Hong Kong. Semua bendera half-mast kecuali apa tu? Bendera Saudi Arabia. So at that time when this picture was taken, the people in Hong Kong and in China, semua marah. They were all so angry. Why Saudi Arabia? So rude, so disrespectful. They were very angry. Why all the flags half-mast except Saudi Arabia? You are not showing that you are sad. And then the embassy itu kedutaan Saudi Arabia quickly print the apology and explanation in the newspaper. Oh, please understand that it's not because we do not respect or that because we do not feel sad. Ini bukan, but because this is ini apa tu? Suci, you understand? This is a holy flag. It has got the word Allah, and because of that, our flag can never come halfway. You understand? So I hope you understand. This is so interesting. Ada dua bendera yang tidak boleh apa tu setengah tiang. So remember, this will come out in your test. Apa negara itu? Saudi Arabia dan Somaliland. Bukan Somalia, Somaliland. So jangan lupa, I did not say Somalia, I said Somaliland. So this is a interesting country that is not part of United Nations. Even though it's not part of United Nations, it is a country. Okay, so these are the only two countries. Now let me tell you something more interesting. Kamu semua ada dengar itu FIFA, the World Cup, correct not? The World Cup. In the 2002 World Cup that was held in Korea, Japan, something interesting happened. What happened? FIFA, the football organization of the world, they made the football that have all the flags of the participating country on the football. You understand? So semua yang layak to enter the final, their flag was on the football. And at that time in the year 2002, Saudi Arabia also layak. So Saudi Arabia flag was also on the flag, on the football. Oh, when the football was given to Saudi Arabia, they were so angry. All right. So, and FIFA did not understand. FIFA langsung tidak faham why Saudi Arabia is so angry. And then Saudi Arabia, the embassy explained, cannot, how can you put our flag on the apa tu bola sepak, because you'll be kicking the word Allah. You kena tendang, you'll be being kicked. Because the Saudi Arabia word has the word Allah. So even though it's funny, but we must respect this is Saudi Arabia, okay? Because the word, the Shahada is on the Saudi Arabia flag. So that's why after that, They don't do this anymore already, right? So if they do that, they will not put Saudi Arabia flag. Okay, so that was so interesting. It was from the 2002 FIFA that we know that semua negara boleh buat macam ni kecuali negara Saudi Arabia atau Somaliland. They will not allow their flag to be on the football because you'll be kicking the Shahada. I hope you understand what I'm talking about. All right. Number 12. Now, this is interesting. Now, especially if you have a chance to visit England. I have been there 2 kali. 2 times I visited Buckingham Palace. Itu apa tu Istana Buckingham, which is very famous. The place where Queen Elizabeth dia tinggal. Kalau dia ada di tempat itulah. Now, let me tell you something. If you go to Buckingham Palace atau Istana Buckingham di London, you will notice there are 2 flags yang possible. Either this flag is on the flagpole or the other flag will be on the flagpole. Tetapi tidak boleh kedua-dua. So either this one atau this one. And so you ask yourself, kenapa? Why is this flying? And then next time, why is this flying? So why you have 2 different flags? Okay, so first question, what are the 2 different flags that is flying on Buckingham Palace? Now, kedua will never fly at the same time. The 2 will not fly at the same time. So either this one or this one. The 2 flags are this. Either royal standard, the flag of the Queen, or the flag of the Istana, or the flag of the United Kingdom, or kita panggil Union flag. Now, either this flag will be flying, or this flag, never 2 together. So now we need to ask the question. Kita mesti tanya, kenapa? Why sometimes this flag is flying, and why other time this flag is flying? Oh, very simple. Very simple, okay? The way to explain is this. Kalau itu Raja England, the Queen of England, is in the palace now. This is Buckingham Palace. If the Queen is there, the royal standard will be flying. If the Queen is not there, kalau itu monarch atau Raja England, Great Britain tidak hadir, then they will be flying the Union Jack. Okay, so let me explain again. This flag kalau ada di itu istana, maksudnya Raja tidak hadir. If this flag ada, that means the Raja ada hadir. So it's very easy to remember. You understand? This flag means the Queen is there. So if you want to see the Queen, if you go to England and you want to see the Queen, you go to the palace and you say, bagus. Because why? The royal standard is flying. It means itu Queen Elizabeth is there. So you wait for the time she come out of the palace. If you see this flag, malang. That means she is not there. She is somewhere else in England. So I hope you understand. So either this flag, royal standard, atau this flag. So there are 2 flags. So jangan lupa. My question is this: what are the 2 flags that are flying in the Great Britain? Either this one, the answer, royal standard atau Union flag. So these 2 flags may be flying. So my question is this: all right, what are the 2 flags that is flying in Buckingham Palace? What are the 2 flags? Jawapan, royal standard atau Union flag. Union flag means she is not there. Royal standard means she is there. Okay, so I hope you remember this. All right. So remember, if the Queen is there, that means if the Queen is there, the royal standard will be there. Now, I should tell you one more thing about the royal standard. Okay, listen carefully about the royal standard. Royal standard is also like the flag of Saudi Arabia and Somaliland. This flag can never be half-mast. Even if the king died, the queen died, the prime minister of England died, this flag cannot be half-mast. Why? Kenapa this royal standard tidak boleh setengah tiang? Why this cannot happen? Let me tell you why. This is because that in England, in Great Britain, the moment the king died, the new king or the new queen immediately will be proclaimed. So there's always continuity, tidak henti. So one died immediately, the new one will be announced. So there is no broken, it is continuous. So that's the reason why the flag cannot come down. So to explain ini kerana selalu ada raja yang hidup kerana takda segera beralih kepada penerus setelah kematian raja atau ratu. So the royal family continue. There is no break at all. The moment one died, the new one is announced. So even though we may say, "Oh, Queen Elizabeth have died," immediately you also hear, "Long live King Charles." You see, so one announcement, somebody died at the same time. The announcement, "Long live the new king or the new queen." So that's the reason why this flag never come down halfway, even though the king or the queen has died. So royal standard cannot come down. Now this is important. You know why? Because now we come to another very important question. Okay. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Here's the next question. All right. Something happened in 1997. Okay, this is a very interesting event. What happened in 1997? Because of ini kejadian ini, this special event, the tradition of England was changed. Now, let me explain to you the tradition of England. Dulu, long ago, there was only one flag. Long ago, there was only one flag. Royal standard saja di istana. So if the queen is not there, no flag. But after 1997, ini sudah ubah. So something happened in 1997. Something changed. Long ago, let me say again, there was only one flag in Buckingham Palace. Royal standard saja. Only the royal standard. So when the queen is not there, this flag will be gone, and no other flag will be on top of that flagpole. That means it's an empty flagpole. But after 1997, this changed. Either royal standard or the Union flag. So what actually happened in 1997? So now let me tell you what happened. What happened? We all know in 1997 something very, very important happened. Something very sad. Princess Diana mati. She died because of the accident. And a lot of people in England and all over Great Britain, they all felt very sad. They all loved Princess Diana, and they were very angry. Why the Buckingham Palace there was no half mast? Kenapa tidak ada setengah tiang? Why there's no half mast? So they were all very angry with the royal family. Okay, they were all angry. Why is the Queen not showing respect for Princess Diana who died? Why is there no half mast? All right. Now, of course, the people do not know that the royal standard can never come down halfway. Remember, I told you, tak boleh. So they were all very angry. So because of this, remember I told you, when the queen is not there, it will be empty. Kalau tidak ada permaisuri itu raja, dia akan kosong. You'll be empty. So they were wondering why, when Diana died, the flag cannot be halfway. And so Queen Elizabeth explained, the royal standard, because it's a royal flag, never come down halfway. It has never happened. So the way the Queen satisfied or comfort the people was she came up with a new tradition. She came up with a new tradition. Apa itu tradisi yang baru? She now make it a law that now we will have one more flag. We will put the Union flag. And that Union flag, which is this flag, ini kita panggil Union flag, the Union Jack. This one boleh turun. So this one can be half mast. So when Princess Diana died, they put the Union flag. This one can come down halfway. So that's why, look at this picture. Now you see the famous picture. This is the first time in the history, sejarah itu Britannia, the Great Britain, that we actually saw the Union flag flying. The first time we saw the Union flag flying in the Istana Buckingham, the first time we saw the flag, the Union flag flying halfway in the Buckingham Palace was when Princess Diana died. All right, the halfway represent the whole country is crying, even the royal family is crying, but not the royal standard. The royal standard cannot come halfway. So to compromise, they now allow the Union Jack. So this tradition only started in 1997. So what happened that day? Let me explain. So what happened that day is this. The Queen left the palace. So the Queen left the palace. They bring down this royal standard, and they put up the Union Jack halfway. So the Queen must not be there. You understand? So when this flag was flying half mast, now let me explain. Now, tengok ini. When the Union Jack was flying half mast in Buckingham Palace, the Queen was not there. The Queen was not there. The Queen has left because remember, if the Queen is there, the royal standard must be up there. But since the royal standard cannot be halfway, the Queen have to leave the palace. So pada masa ini, during this time, the Queen was somewhere else, and that's why they can put the Union Jack, and it was halfway. So this is something that started in 1997. Okay, so remember I told you, all right. So now you can see in Buckingham Palace, if the Prime Minister died or the Queen died, the only flag that can be halfway is not royal standard, but the Union Jack. So jangan lupa ini, okay? So this is something interesting for all of you to remember, right? If the royal standard is up there, that means the Queen is there. But this flag can never be halfway. Tak boleh, okay? Because the King continue. There's no stopping. All right, okay? That's enough for this one. Number 13, because of the time problem. Oh my, I need to go faster. Now, which is the only time where it is okay to fly your country flag upside down? Now, every flag, let me explain to you. Let me show you some flags here, okay? I got many flags to give you an example. Now, for example, here you can see, can you see me, all of you? This is the Malaysian flag, right? This is the way to fly the Malaysian flag. And here you can see another example, right? The flag of Vietnam. Now, this is the flag of Vietnam. Can you see it? Boleh nampak semua? Right, hope you can see it. Okay. Now, this is how the flag should be shown. But to fly upside down macam ni is actually salah. Okay. To fly this way is disrespectful. Ini tidak hormat. This is actually wrong. All right. Illegal to do that. Just like the Malaysian flag. You cannot fly the flag macam ni. Kecuali, except the only time where the flag can be upside down. You know when? Pada masa kecemasan. Now, of course, in Malaysia, we call it kecemasan. Here in Indonesia, I don't know how you call it. It's during time of emergency. During times, or you call it what? Darurat, okay? Is it called? Yeah, during time of emergency, itu darurat, when there is big problem of bahaya, extreme, that is the only time you can fly your flag upside down. Now, this is especially the kapal. Now, when the ship is sailing and the ship has been attacked by pirates or the ship has problem, right? And their communication, their walkie-talkie, radio, semua sudah cannot be used anymore. All right, there's no way the ship can communicate. So their flag, they will fly their flag upside down macam ni to tell all the people, help us, we are in trouble. So look at this US flag. Now here's the flag of America. When you fly the flag upside down, it means we are not okay. You understand what I'm saying? We are not okay. We have big problem. So that is what it means. Now, there's only one problem. What is the problem? Not every country can do that, okay? Like, for example, if the Indonesian flag was upside down, they actually think you are flying the flag of Poland, betul? Because Poland is exactly the opposite of Indonesia. And then when Poland do it upside down, they think that, oh, that is the flag of Indonesia, because your flag, the Poland flag and the Indonesian flag are exact opposite. Indonesia is red and white. Poland is white and red. So when you turn it, it becomes each other country flag. Now, another country where the flag, if you turn upside down, is the same meaning, is the Thailand flag. Look at Thailand flag, right? If you put it upside down, it's the same thing. So some country, ini tak boleh guna, okay? So some country that cannot work. Now, here's another, this is the flag of Laos, Negara Laos. You put it upside down, sama juga, it's the same thing. So no difference at all, right? Now, Singapore flag boleh. Now, this is Singapore flag. When you put the Singapore flag upside down, we all know this is emergency. You atau keadaan bahaya. You are asking for help. Minta tolong, okay? You are asking for help. So this is an international sign atau SOS, faham? So when your flag is upside down, maksudnya SOS, asking for help, especially the kapal, okay? So remember that. Now, in America, they also fly their flag upside down to show protest. Don't do that, okay? Never fly other country upside down to show protest. Christian, please do not do this. We don't burn people flag, tak boleh bakar, and we do not turn people flag upside down. Ini tidak hormat, so do not do that. No matter how angry you are with that country, do not turn their flag upside down or burn their flag. Christians should not do this. But in America, see, even American, when they're angry with the government, they fly their flag upside down. It's a protest. So there are two ways to show protest. One, fly the black flag, or you turn your flag upside down. But remember, we Christian, we don't do that at all, okay? Number 14, this is interesting. There is one country in the world that make it a law, dia sudah membuat itu undang, that during war, the masa perang, okay, your flag must be upside down. There's only one country in the world where it is legal to fly your flag upside down in the time of war. Which country? Now remember, don't forget, negara itu ialah Philippines. Now this is the Philippine flag. The blue is on top, the red di bawah. Okay, blue on top, red is at the bottom. This is peacetime, during time peace. All right, atau masa aman. There's no war. But if there is war, the U.S. Congress, I mean the Philippine Congress, they make it a law that during time of war, the red must be on top. So this is what happened now. See, this is time of peace. But in the time of war, watch what happened. The red is on top. Now, time of peace, blue here, red here. But in time of war, red here, blue here, right? So this is the only country in the world that make it into a law. Now, the law is based on this book here, the flag and the heraldic code of the Philippines, chapter 1, section 10. This is what it says, okay? In times of war, the flag, if flown from a flagpole, shall have its red field on top, and if hanging position, the red flag to the right side. Now, I told you already, if in time of peace, blue, in the time of war, red on top, okay? So if you're hanging from the side, blue here, red here, but if war, red here, blue here. So the only country in the world that make it a law to fly the flag upside down in the time of war, Philippines. So do not forget, I put it red. Kalau merah, that means it will come up for your test. So which country make it a law to fly the flag upside down during war? Philippines, okay? Philippines. All right. Number 15. Now this is interesting. We're going to study about history. There are so many beautiful flags in the world. Do you know there was one time, there was one flag, there's only one color, no design. It's considered the ugliest flag in the world, the plainest flag. So plain, no design, just one color, no design. You see, every flag has design. If you look at Malaysia flag, you have the moon, the moon, you have the stripe, you see. This all flags has got design, you see. Singapore, you see, every flag has got design. All right, you can see other flags, for example, here. All right, Cambodia flag. A lot of patterns. But there was in history a country where the flag has only one color, totally nothing on the flag. Which country was it? That country was Libya. Now, this is how that flag looked like from 1977 to 2001. The flag that has got absolutely no design, okay? All right? Nothing on the flag, tanpa design, tanpa apa tu? No other color, satu warna saja, and the only color was green. So this is considered at that time we call it in English the most plain, the most simple flag in the world. Some people call it the most ugly flag. Okay, I don't think I want to say that, but it's not beautiful at all, right? Not beautiful at all. Now, why did it happen? Because at that time, who was in control of the country? This is the person, the so-called President Gaddafi. He was not loved at all, but when he was the president, he came up with kita panggil buku hijau, the green book, which is his philosophy, right? About how the country is to run, his political philosophy. So because of the green book, he also want the country flag to be green, but he was not a popular president. In fact, he was killed later on. So when he died, the country changed the flag, and today this is the new flag of Libya. Okay, apa nama negara ini? Libya. So do not forget. Which country has got no design? Only one country, no, only satu warna. Which country? Libya. Okay. And the reason was because of the green book of President Gaddafi. Just like Mao Zedong has got a red book, he has the green book. Okay. Right. Okay, so remember this. Now, today this is the new flag of Libya. It's nicer looking. Okay. Not like last time, only macam ini. Okay. All right. Number 16. This is interesting. Do you know that every flag in the world has 4 sides? Atau kita panggil apa tu? 4 sisi. Right? 4 sides. All the flag you can see is South Africa, China, USA, France, Australia, Singapore. All of them has got 4 sides. There's only one flag in the world that has no 4 sides. What flag is this? Now, let me show you the flag. I have one of the example. I bought it here. Can you see it here? I hope you can see here. This is a very special flag. I bought it when I went to Nepal. So the only flag in the world that is bukan 4 sisi is actually what? Which is not 4-sided is what? Nepal. So this is the flag. The flag of Nepal is the only non-quadrilateral, right? Tanpa sisi. Not 4-sided, but it's actually made up of 2 triangles, or we call it 2 pennon. So this is called pennons. Pennon 1, pennon 2. So there are 2 pennons, right? 2 single pennons. So the flag of Nepal is the only flag in the world which is not 4-sided, but made up of 2 triangles. The most unique flag in the whole world, right? This is the flag. Now today, this is the new Nepal flag. Okay, can you see here the moon and the sun? But do you know that last time this is how it looked like? Okay, the Hindu god, itu apa tu? The god of the Hindu religion, which I tell you, I look at it, I get frightened. Saya pun takut nampak ini if I see this at night. So in 1962, then they changed it. So this was the old Nepal flag, and then after 1962, become like this. No more human figure on this, right? So remember the question: which country flag is not 4-sided? Answer: Nepal. Okay, bendera Nepal. So do not forget, the only flag which is not 4-sided is Nepal. All right, next question. Let me come back to this again. All the flag in the world are all rectangle. Okay, all right, are all rectangle. Now I don't know how do you say rectangle in bahasa Indonesia? Somebody help me.
Rectangle.
Rectangle. What? How do you?
Persegi panjang.
Okay.
Persegi panjang.
All right. Okay. Now, how do you say square? How do you say square?
Lingkaran.
Kotak.
Okay. All right.
Kotak, sorry.
Every flag in the world is a rectangle, except remember Nepal, which is 2 triangle. But do you know there are 2 flags in the world which is actually not rectangle but a square, right? It's actually a perfect square. Now, these 2 flags is the flag of Switzerland and the flag of Vatican City, which is the country of the Pope. Itu the Roman Catholic Church, the palace. Okay, so this is considered a country, just to let you know. Okay, so the flag of Switzerland and the flag of Vatican City atau Kota Vatican are the only flag in the world that is actually a square, beautiful, perfect square. Now let me show you. Oh my, where is it? Now here I can show you. Can you see here? This is the flag of Switzerland. Now this is actually a square, but unfortunately this one is a rectangle, but this is wrong. The flag of Switzerland is actually a square, okay? Right? So the only flag in the world which is a square is Switzerland. Negara apa tu?
Swiss.
Negara Swiss. So this is how the Switzerland flag look like. Red background and a solid putih, okay? And then the Vatican flag is yellow and white, and other dua kunci. There are two key. These 2 key are the so-called key of St. Peter, right? They call it the key of St. Peter and the so-called crown of the Pope. So this is the flag of Vatican. So these 2 flags are square, okay? By the way, just to let you know, Switzerland is mostly Catholic also. So no wonder this one and this one are both square. Both are also Catholic country. Switzerland is A lot of them are Catholic. Okay, not all, but quite a lot. Okay, number 18. Now we're going to talk about the Switzerland flag. Okay, and why is the Switzerland flag so similar with the International Red Cross? You know the International Red Cross symbol Palang Merah International. Why is the Switzerland flag and the International Red Cross so similar? Now let's look at that. Now here you can see the Switzerland flag and the Red Cross flag. Okay, why are they so similar? One is white, one is red. One is red, one is white. They're actually directly opposite to each other, reverse of each other. Do you know why these two flags are so identical, so similar? Because there is a connection between Switzerland and the International Red Cross, okay, atau apa tu Palang Merah, okay. You see, it was in Switzerland, starting from 1864, we have what we call the Geneva Convention, the famous meeting that talk about what to do during war, pada masa perang, during war. Certain thing you cannot do. Like for example, you cannot bomb a hospital. You cannot bomb tempat yang bersejarah. You cannot bomb any place that has historical thing. Now, all this were discussed during the Geneva Convention, okay, of 1864. And one of the things that came out was how to treat prisoner of war. Okay, those people who were captured, right, who are injured during war. How do you treat them? Okay. And the way to do it was that you are to make sure that you treat them well. And during the time, the Red Cross was born. All right. Now, because the Geneva Convention was in Switzerland, Red Cross was also born in Switzerland. That's why these two organizations, or rather this organization, to remember the Geneva Convention, they make their flag exactly the opposite of the Switzerland flag. That's the reason why the International Red Cross flag is exactly the opposite, to remember atau ingat Geneva Convention, because the Geneva Convention talk about protecting those people who are injured during war, who are prisoners of war, and so on, right? Now, so today, this International Red Cross symbol, right, is very similar to the Switzerland flag because of this reason. By the way, I should tell you, in Muslim country, I think including Indonesia and Malaysia, they don't use a Red Cross. They use this one. Am I right? In Indonesia, do you use this one? Yes or no?
We're using the plus.
The cross.
Yeah,
Oh,
the cross.
really?
Yes.
Oh, in Indonesia, use the cross, huh?
Yes.
Oh, not this one, huh? Oh, I was mistaken. I thought Indonesia follow. I mean, because the cross is considered, some country don't like it because of the thing is Christianity. So all the Arab country, all the Muslim countries, Saudi Arabia, they will be their Red Cross is exactly this one, okay? And now this is an interesting logo. Some people say, "Apa ini? What is this?" This is actually for the country of what? Israel, because Israel do not use cross, and they do not use this one because this is considered Muslim. And if they put the Star of David, the Christian do not like that, and the Muslim may not like that. So Israel came up with a square symbol, ini crystal. So this is actually a crystal. So this is the symbol of the Red Cross for Israel, the symbol of the so-called Red Cross, right? Okay. For Muslim country, and this is for mostly Christian country. Okay. All right. Number 19. Question 19.
Sorry, Pastor Simon.
Yeah.
Just to remind you that we still have 30 more minutes.
Yeah.
And that would be
minutes,
include, yeah, that would be include question and answer. And if you have some
Oh,
quizzes. Yep.
Okay. I have got, let me see, five more.
All right.
There are 25
okay,
requirements.
Okay.
By the way, you must remind me, I forgot something. I didn't mention about the white flag just now. Let me come to it quickly. I think accidentally I put it in the wrong place. So let me jump to it. Come to this.
Okay.
Mana itu white flag? Hey. Yes, here. Right. Now, just now I forgot to mention this thing about the white flag because I put the slide in the wrong place. Hold on. Okay, let me explain. Remember I told you black flag means protest, betul? Right? White flag means surrender. Hey, how come I don't have the slide here? Ah, yeah, here. Yeah, that's right. I forgot to mention 2G. The white flag is an international recognized protective symbol that represents ceasefire, jangan gaduh, don't fight anymore, or request for negotiation, let's talk, or surrender. So remember, bendera putih ialah tanda untuk perlindungan yang diakui secara international untuk apa tu? Where is it now? Suddenly I can't see my slide. I think it went missing. Where did it go to? I'm still having problem learning how to use the. Hey, are you able to see what I'm the symbol?
Still
I don't know what I did just now, but now I can't see my slide.
You cannot see.
Yeah, what happened? I did something. Let's see. What did I do?
We still see your PowerPoint.
Slide. You can still see my slide.
Yes.
Why? Okay, now I can see. Okay, now I see. Okay, now I can see. So I want to come back again. So the white flag means surrender. Okay, menyerah. So remember, in my test question, what does the white flag represent? Surrender. Red flag is warning. Black flag, protest. Okay. All right. So let me now come back to number 19. Okay, because this one just now I accidentally put it in the wrong place. So because I was trying to cut short the time, so I was trying to delete some slides. Okay. All right, just 5 more questions, okay? Question number 19. All right, okay. Okay, just 5 more questions, very fast. Huh? Which is the only flag in the world that show human being, ada apa tu menggambarkan manusia sebagai elemen yang what's that? Yang elemen utama. There's only one flag in the world where it shows 2 human beings, okay? That flag is the country of Belize. Now, this is how the flag of Belize look like. Belize, okay? Can you see it? Right? You see here, this is called orang mestizo. Mestizo means people yang sudah campur, race campuran, who's mixed with white and black. And you also see someone who's of African heritage. So the only country in the world that actually show 2 human beings is actually the country. Now, this is a country, jangan lupa. It's the country of Belize. The Belize flag is the only flag that show human being. But there are also other flags that show human being, but they are not country flag. They are territory. Okay, let me show you what are some of them. Okay, all right. Okay, by the way, remember again. So it's the country of Belize. Okay, the Africa. Now, these are the other so-called flag that also show human being, but this Malta is a country, but it's not so clear that so much human being. The human being itu manusia bukan. It's not so clear. Now let me explain to you one by one. First one, the British Virgin Island. Now this British Virgin Island is not a country; it's a territory, an overseas territory of Great Britain. Now over here you see Saint Ursula. This is considered a saint, not even a human being. Okay, a saint. Right, so this one has a human being, but remember this is not a country, right? British Virgin Island is one of the islands that belongs to Britannia or the United Kingdom. Now this is Malta, but because the human person here is so small, it's not a major thing. You see, not like this one is so clear. So Malta, the country of Malta has got a human being, but it's inside here. It's actually St. George. Now it's also a saint. It's not really a human being. Now this is how St. George look like. He's riding on a horse. Now, remember, you can't even see it because it's so small, it's up here. So this flag also has a human, but it's actually a saint. Now, then the next country is the country of Montserrat, which is also an island, belongs to Great Britain. And this is also another so-called god, Erin. Okay, it's not a human being, but it's the so-called god Erin, the female personification of Ireland. But remember, ini bukan negara, this is not a country, it's an island of United Kingdom, Montserrat. And then this one, the flag of French Polynesia that belongs to Perancis. So this is an island that belongs to France. And if you look carefully, there's what, 5 person rowing the boat. Okay, they are, now how do you say row the boat in Bahasa? Row the boat.
Mendayung.
Yeah, berdayung, correct. So if you watch carefully, these are 5 person rowing the boat. In fact, many people don't even know that this is actually person that took, the thing is a cross, ini bukan cross. All right, number 20. Now this is an easy question. There's only one country in the world in the flag design has got a modern weapon. Itu senjata yang modern. There are other countries that has got senjata, that's got weapon, but they're all old weapons. But this country has got a modern weapon. Which country is it? The country is Mozambique. Now watch carefully the flag of Mozambique. This weapon here is actually the AK-47. AK-47, even to this day, is still used in the army. It's considered a very modern weapon. Okay, and not only that, it's got a bayonet. Ada itu pisau, right? Bayonet attached to the AK-47, right? Now, can you see carefully, right? So the only country in the world that has got a modern weapon is Mozambique. Now remember, this will come out in the test. Okay, apa nama negara itu yang ada senjata modern? Okay, di bendera, in the flag. Which country has got a modern weapon in the flag? Answer, Mozambique. Okay, so remember this. Now, this is how the AK-47 looked like. It was created in 1947. That's why it's called AK-47. And it was made by the Russian, okay, who made it. And the person who made it is actually Miguel Kalashnikov. So that's why AK is actually standing for maksudnya is actually Kalashnikov. It's actually his name. And of course, 47 represent the year this weapon was made. So that's why it's called AK-47. Now, it's a very modern weapon. Even to this day, the army are still using AK-47, right? Now, other flags that has a weapon will be like Guatemala. But remember, these are all Spanish rifle, okay? Yeah, it's a very old weapon now. You see, the flag of Haiti has also rifle, but they are Spanish, Espanol, very old weapon. And the flag of Bolivia also Spanish weapon. Okay. Now this question. There are only 2 in the world that has got the map of the country. Itu kita panggil apa tu? Peta negara di atasnya. The map of the country is on the flag. There are only 2 countries. Now, before that, there was only 1 country. Then later on, a new country was born. Now it became 2. So long ago, there was only 1 country. Now it's 2. Apa negara itu? 2 itu. First one is the flag of Cyprus. Right now, this is actually the map of Cyprus, and this is actually Kosovo, and it's on the flag. So, answer to this question: which 2 national flag has got the map of the country? Remember, answer Cyprus and Kosovo. Now, right? So remember this, okay? Now, long ago in Cambodia, during the time of 1992 to 1993, when it was still under United Nations. You know, after Pol Pot, you may not know, from 1975 to 1980 something, it was under Pol Pot, very thorough during the time. The country was war, people suffer. And then the Vietnamese kick out the the Pol Pot, and the United Nations finally came over. Now, during the time when United Nations was taking over Cambodia, this was the flag of Cambodia. The blue color is United Nations, and the flag and the map of Cambodia was there. And this is the word for Kampuchea, which is Cambodia. Now, of course, today Cambodia does not use this flag anymore, right? The flag of Cambodia is, let me show you how it looks like. I think I show it. Oh, never mind, I can't find it now. It's okay. So this is no longer used. Now, Christmas Island also has got the flag of Christmas Island on it, but Christmas Island belongs to Australia, so it's not a country. So this Christmas Island also has the flag on it, okay? But remember, the only 2 countries that we say that has got a map on the flag is Cyprus and Kosovo. Remember, Kosovo and Cyprus. This will come up for your test. All right, now question 22. Now, if you go to this country, which is Hungary, if you go to the capital, Ibu Kota, which is Budapest, I was there, and that's where I saw something interesting. in the capital city. This is the picture I took when I was in Budapest in Hungary. I was so surprised why the Hungary flag, ada lobang, there's a hole in the middle. So I was wondering why. So when I was trying to look at it, then I came close here and I saw here, ada satu tanda, there was a sign that explained the story why there is a hole in the Hungary flag. Now this is only in the capital, Ibu Kota Budapest, which the capital Budapest in Hungary. Why? This is a story, okay? You see, in 1956, at that time, Hungary was under communist, part of the so-called Soviet, the controlled by Soviet Union, by Russia. And the people in Hungary, they don't like communists at all. They don't like it, all right? And it was in their flag. You see, this is the communist logo in the Hungary flag. So to protest the revolution, how do you say, pemberontakan, anti-Soviet. They were against the Soviet. Somebody very daring on October 23, 1956, they climbed up this flagpole, took down this flag, and they cut away, yeah, they cut away the logo, throw it away, and then they fly this flag back up there. So when people woke up, they were so surprised. Hey, the communist logo is gone. Of course, the communists, especially Soviet Union, they were very upset. So, but you know, this is only for a short while, and after that, they put back this flag. But to remember this famous event and to show protest against Soviet Union, sampai sekarang to this day, right? The Hungary flag. Now, this is how the Hungary flag look like. But only in Budapest, the capital, you find there's a hole here. Kenapa? To remember the revolution against the Soviet Union, into Russia. All right. Okay. Now, question 23. Just two more questions. What are the names of the three crosses found on the flag of Great Britain? Now, Bendera Britannia, which is United Kingdom, if you look very carefully at this flag, do you know that there are actually three crosses? Ada tiga salib di bendera ini, flag of Great Britain atau kita panggil Britannia, right? Now, what are the three flags? Three crosses. Now, this is the flag, the cross of England, the cross of Scotland, and the cross of Northern Ireland. When you tambah ini dengan ini, then it becomes this and it becomes this, right? So there are actually three crosses on the flag of Great Britain, and each of them has got a name of it, right? This one is called the cross of St. George of England. This one is St. Andrew, which is macam ini. It's a cross, we call it a saltire. Kalau if you see a cross that is macam ini, which is like this, we call it a saltire. So this is called a saltire cross of Scotland. And then you see a cross that is like this. This is the cross of St. Patrick. So the cross of St. George, of St. Andrew, and the cross of St. Patrick, the cross of England, the cross of Scotland, and the cross of Ireland. When you put the three together, right, now this is how St. Andrew look like, and St. George look like, and St. Patrick look like. All right, each of them have their own cross. When you put the three crosses together, this is how it looks like. So the question is this: what are the three crosses on the Union flag? Now remember, Great Britain flag kita pun panggil Union flag. So we also call the Great Britain flag the Union flag. What are the three crosses? Very simple: the flag of England, the flag of Scotland, and the flag of Northern Ireland. Three flags or three crosses. All right, how many crosses? Three crosses. My question is, how many crosses? Three crosses. All right, last question. Last question. Now we look at the flag of Scandinavia. Okay, now there are many countries in Scandinavia like Norway, Sweden, Iceland, Denmark, and so these are called Scandinavian countries. If you look at the flag of all the Scandinavian countries, all looks the same. Now these are all the flag of Scandinavia: Denmark, Sweden, Finland, Norway, and then what's the last one? Iceland. All of them has the same cross. Now this cross is not exactly in the middle like this one, not exactly like a middle in like England. This one is kita panggil off-centered. Can you see the cross which is on the left side? Now this is called an off-centered cross. Off-center, bukan di center, but off-center. All of these crosses, semua salib ini kita panggil Scandinavian cross or the Nordic cross. So my question is this: What is the name of the cross found in all of the 5 Scandinavian countries? Answer very simple. The name of the cross found on the 5 countries is called Southern Scandinavia, or the Scandinavian cross, right? Now here you can see Denmark, Sweden, Finland, Norway, and Iceland. They all have the Scandinavian cross, atau Nordic cross, okay? Or we sometimes call it the off-center cross. Not only that, their neighboring island also have the Scandinavian cross. Now, for example, let me, oh yeah, before that, last question, last thing that will come up for your test. Which is the oldest flag in the world? Flag which is oldest, and the oldest flag in the world. The oldest flag in the world is actually the flag of Denmark. According to tradition, on June 15, 2019, according to what they believe, during the war between Denmark and Estonia, all right, it's like God answered their prayer. This flag fell down from heaven. This is what they believe. The people in Denmark, they believe that this flag fell down from heaven to show that with this flag, it will win. And so that's why to this day, the Danish flag, as the flag of Denmark, is considered the oldest flag in the world because it was used since 1219. Right now, that part we do know. It was used for almost 1,000 years. So, bendera yang terlama di dunia ini ialah bendera negara Denmark. Okay, so the question is this: what's the name of this cross? The cross is called Scandinavian cross, which is also found in all of this country. I mean, like found in Faroe Island and all these things. Now here you can see it's found in Orkney, in England, West Riding of Yorkshire, Shetland, Faroe Island. It's also found in West Riding and one more place. What's that called? See, so all of them uses this Alan. See, so all of them like to use the Scandinavian cross. All right, that's all my question. And the last question is not a question, but your project. You, to qualify for this honor, you must pass the test and you must make a poster of 20 different countries with the name of the country on each one of them, okay? Like for example, buat macam ini, okay? So you come up with a poster, make sure you get the flag of the country correct, and you put the name at the bottom, at least 20 countries. So that is what you must do. All right, I have finished all my thing, and later on, I will give you the test. And the test, not now, I will pass it to the host, and I don't know how you're going to do the test. All the tests is very simple. You see, it will be multiple choice, okay? And you just tell whether it's A, B, C, D, E, okay? And this will be through what's that? Google form. So you will know the answer right away. So we need to translate it into Bahasa, or you can do it in English if you want. Okay, Heston, I have finished teaching the class, okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Pastor Simon Siew.
You're most welcome.
Yes, we already have several questions now.
Okay, all right.
But I will be reading it fast, so we
Okay.
could get all the questions captured. So the
All right.
first one, this was from Adi or
Okay.
Master Guy First Tila.
Okay.
The question is, why there are many countries in the world using animals as their sign on the flag, include the Israel. So I think you can just
Israel,
direct.
no, Israel has no animal. Salah.
Okay.
Israel, this is how, let me show you the flag of Israel.
Oh, he was mentioned that the old Israel flag. Is it true?
No. Israel flag is like this. There is no animal on Israel flag. Never. Salah. I don't know where you get the information from. Itu salah. There was never an animal on Israel flag. Okay.
But so I think the first question is why there are countries using animal symbol.
That's very easy to explain actually.
Okay.
That's very easy to explain. Animals are part of the identity of the country. Like for example, let me see if I can find a slide that will show it to you. The best way to explain this is to actually show you. Okay, now for example, let's look at this one. Okay, let's look at this one. Now I'm going to use the share screen to help you understand. Let me go to share screen again. Mana to share screen. Hey, I can't find share screen suddenly.
In the bottom,
Where?
sir.
Okay,
Yes.
okay, okay. All right. Okay, here. All right, can you see it? Can you see it? Now,
Not yet. Not yet.
now, oh,
Okay,
can you
now,
see
yes.
it? Okay.
Yes,
Now
already.
this is the flag of Albania, which is a European country. You can see the two double eagle. Okay. So because why? This is a royal symbol. All the king always have the double eagle to represent the king. So that's why this was used on the flag of Albania. Now this one, you see the two cows, the flag of Andorra, they are the dua lembu, because this is all part of their ancient tradition. Now this is so interesting, the flag of Bhutan. Bhutan is in the Himalaya, dekat India and Nepal. The king of Bhutan is considered Druk, D-R-U-K. Druk maksudnya naga. So this is a royal symbol, the dragon. So each country that use animal is because of the animal represents something important. Sometimes represent the king, sometimes represent victory or something. Now here, I don't know whether you can see very carefully. All right, you find eagle. You also find, by the way, this flag is the flag of Bolivia. You find the so-called their national animal. So this represents their national animal, right? Now this one, you can see the flag of the eagle. This is in Brunei. Okay, all right. Here you can see the goat in Croatia, right? This is Croatia, and this one is the famous bird. Now, by the way, just to let you know, the only flag in the world, two country, yang ada warna purple. How do you say purple in bahasa?
Jingga.
Purple, huh?
Ungu atau
Jingga.
jingga?
Ungu.
Ungu
Okay.
or jingga?
Ungu. In Malaysia, we call it ungu.
Ungu.
There are only two countries in the flags in the world that use purple, and one of them is Dominica Republic. Okay, I mean Dominica. You see their special parrot, because this parrot actually have purple, right? Now this is Ecuador, which also has got an eagle. So you see this is Egypt eagle, right? This is the lion, and this is the dove, right? Now this one is beautiful. The special bird of something like almost like a bird of paradise. This is Guatemala, right? So it's very simple. The way to answer your question is the animals represent either the king or the symbol of their country. Okay, the symbol of the country. All right.
Okay. Next question, Pastor. I'm translating. So in Indonesia, there's a law of the flag. If the flag is turned upside down, then I mean we could be jailed. So how, I mean, is it internationally law or not?
Okay.
And this comes from Torino Junaidi. Okay, Pastor.
Okay, very good question. You will not be jailed if you are in a ship. Why? Let me explain to you. If you are in the ocean and you are in your own boat or in a ship, and all your communication system has been broken down, langsung tidak boleh komunikasi with all the rest, because everything is broken, and you have a big problem in your ship. Maybe there's a pirate there, or you have got a serious sickness or something bad happened. And so in this emergency, when you turn the flag upside down, you're not showing disrespect. You're only telling people SOS. So I don't see how any country can find fault. You can say that, oh, you have done something disrespectful, because in this very unique situation, in horrible emergency in the laut, you remember, in the ocean, where there's no other way to signal people that you need help, you use this international symbol. Remember, turning the flag upside down is an international symbol of SOS. So I hope you understand. Okay, so I don't think any country, even your country, will say that, oh, you will go to jail for doing that, because how else can you show to other ship passing by that your ship need help, because you cannot shout, your wireless system semua sudah rosak. So in that situation, you use any way to show SOS. Okay, so that's my answer. Right.
Okay, next question, Pastor. There are more to come.
No problem.
So
no problem.
this comes from Pathfinder Sheila Hutami from Pangkalan Bun. And I think this was explained by you in the presentation about the half-mast flag. So she's just reconfirming about the guidance of flag when it was categorized as half mast, whether it has to be like half of the
length, half of length,
yes, half of length, or because I remember you mentioned 1/3. So it is just approximate, or there should be a specific measurement.
Okay, now I hope you can see me here. Now, for example, this is the US flag. Okay.
Yep.
If you have like for example here, okay. Now, if this is halfway, it's already half mast. But even if you put it 1/3, as long now, or I should explain this. As long as this flag here, right? If this space here is exactly the space of here, you understand what I'm saying? Yang ruangan ini, the space here is exactly the space of this flag. By bringing it down the space of one flag, you are already consider one half mast already. You understand what I'm saying, right?
Yep.
But
Okay.
mostly people do 1/3 or half. The best way is actually 1/3 or half. But in many countries, even if you bring, remember this is the space of the flag. But if you bring it down to exactly the same space as here, sama juga, that's already considered half mast already. Okay. Right?
Okay. Okay. Thank you. So next one from Dania Yanti. So the question is, in what condition that the one country's flag could be flown in the other country that, for instance, Indonesia country is in Malaysia. Is there any specific requirements or rules for that, for that condition? Like I'm bringing my own flag to the other country.
Good.
Yeah.
When you, very good question. You can bring your flag to another country and fly it in your private property. In your private property, you can fly it. Okay, in your private property. But if in the public property, that would be salah already. You cannot fly your country flag in a public property. In your private property, you can do it. You cannot fly it on your car. You are not ambassador. You're not duta. So you have no right to fly your flag on your car in another country. Now, let me talk about embassy atau kedutaan. In Malaysia, we call embassy kedutaan. You know that in the kedutaan or the embassy, you can fly your country flag because the embassy is actually the space, the territory in it that is actually considered Indonesian territory, right? So that's why you have the right to fly your Indonesian flag in the Indonesian embassy all over the world. You can fly it 24 hours. Nobody can say anything because all embassies are considered the territory of the country. No, you cannot come in and kacau. You cannot come in and disturb because that is considered the Indonesia in another country, the embassy. So for embassy, you can fly your flag. For private property, you can fly your flag, but even that, you must be careful, that you do not offend your neighbor, right? So maybe during your Indonesian National Day, you may want to just put your flag outside. But as long as within your private property, you're okay, but not in public property, right? So, yeah, okay.
Terima kasih. So there are incoming questions. The first one is, there's an identical or probably the same flags between. So this is from Sammy. He got two questions. The first one is, Indonesia and Monaco had the same flag. So is there any agreement in between the countries if apparently both had the same flag?
Okay, let me explain to you.
Yeah.
The flag of Indonesia and Monaco color is the same. Dimension is not the same. Okay, just to let you know. Okay, that dimension is not the same. So if you look at the proportion, 2 to 3 or something, Monaco is actually smaller, right?
Yep.
Indonesia is the bigger one. So that's how we know the difference between Indonesian flag and Monaco. And then there's also another flag that looks exactly the same, Romania and Chad, CHAD. Chad is a Negara Africa. Same thing, but if you look very carefully, the Negara Chad, the biru, the blue, is a little bit not so dark as the dark blue in Romania. So even though some flag looks so similar, but if you look very carefully, either the dimension is not the same or the color is a little bit different. Okay, like the two flags which are identical, Monaco, Romania, Chad, no, sorry, Monaco, Indonesia, Romania, Chad. These two flags look exactly the same, right? But Indonesia and Monaco dimension tak sama, and Romania and Chad, the color of the blue, one is thicker. I mean, one is the what do you call that? Deep blue, and the other one is a little bit light blue. All right.
Oke. Saya pikir sudah menjawab. Pertanyaan berikut dari Sami. The next question is,
Okay.
this is about the Christianity flag, Pastor.
Okay, okay, flag
It was
Christian.
explained,
Mhm.
but it seems like not being implemented or not being appeared in our church in Adventist. So
Okay.
how you comment?
Well, let me tell you, I'm a youth director for 22 years. Okay, 6 years in the mission, 15 years in the union. So I many long time I served both mission and union, and I traveled to about almost 40 countries, all Papua related, and I know something about why the flag of the Christian flag is not used. First of all, in the original Pathfinder staff manual, in our opening ceremony, in the original Pathfinder staff manual, okay, if you take Pathfinder staff training class, all right, when I first took it in 1974, you do not find Christian flag mentioned at all. It's not part of opening ceremony. And why? Because Pathfinder that started in America know that there are some countries which are very sensitive towards Christian symbol. So that's why they never made Christian flag as a compulsory. Okay, that is mandatory that all Pathfinder club must use. So the Christian flag is not a compulsory item. It is encouraged, but it's not compulsory. So the reason is because of religious sensitivity. In certain country, they don't like the cross. You understand? So let me explain. That's why I was not very happy when the General Conference changed the adventurer logo. You notice the new adventurer logo has a cross. This is creating a problem in some country where cross is going to be a big problem. So I think I personally think they make a big mistake. They did not consider some country where cross is a big problem. So it's the same reason why we do not make it compulsory for the Christian flag. So it is encouraged for all the Christian country, but for a country very sensitive about cross, better don't use it. Depend on your country, okay? It's okay to use it because it is a universal symbol of Christianity, right?
Okay. A second last question, Pastor.
Okay.
This comes from Ben from Bekasi. What
Okay.
about the flag of United States? Does it actually change and adds one star to each state that is added? And then also, does the star in the flag in California, does it actually mean Texas? I'm not really understand the question, and you probably had some kind of opinion.
Okay. I think I know because
Right.
I really study flag. Okay. United States has got 50 states, other 50, we call it states. Actually, to tell the truth, there are other states, but those are called unincorporated state. That means they are not part of the corporation. Guam, American Samoa, American Virgin Territory, these are all part of America, right? Including Puerto Rico. They are all called unincorporated state. That means they are not part of the corporation, but they are all American citizens, like Guam, let me see, American Samoa, American Virgin Island, Puerto Rico, these are all American territory. But because it's already 50 states, right? So that's why I suppose they didn't want to add any more. So that's why they're all called unincorporated states. So no more additional adding. The last star was actually added when Hawaii joined America. Do you know that? It was actually the last one. Before that was Alaska, the 49 and number 50. So they're all together 50 states. Now, talking about Texas, these are all state flag. Each state, California has got the bear, all right? Texas has got the lone star, only one star. That is a state flag. Each of the 50 states have their own flag. Hawaii has got their own flag. In fact, the flag of Hawaii look like the British flag, right? A lot of people are surprised. If you look at the flag of Hawaii, you think it's the flag of Britannia because it has got the Britannia logo inside there. So all 50 states, I'm talking about the individual states, they all have their own little flag. But the country flag is still the United States with the 50 star, right? So this is the one, right, with the 50 star. Remember I told you The last star was actually Hawaii, and the one before that was Alaska. Okay, right? Okay, good question.
Okay. Last one. This is a bit theological, but I should read this from from the view. One of the viewer. This comes from Kak or Master Guide Hilda Bakulu from Manado. Is the
Manado,
Sabbath day?
Manado.
Yes, Manado, Pendeta. Is the Sabbath day could be categorized as the flag mark that God is our creator? What you? So
I'm not
is
so
the Sabbath
sure about your
day could
question.
yes? Is the Sabbath day could be referred as a flag that mark God is our creator? That probably relate to the creation or something.
No. That, well, you're talking about lambang, your lambang, okay? Like
Yes.
example, the Sabbath is the seal of God. Sunday is the mark of the beast. Now you're talking about a theological question. No, the Sabbath has never been described as a flag, okay? Even though the Sabbath is a seal, you know, it's a seal or not? It's macam satu chalk, you know. So the Sabbath is a seal of God, just like Sunday is the mark of the beast. You understand? So you know, so some people see Sunday as the mark of the beast, okay, and Sabbath as a seal, and these two are different. But to say the Sabbath is the flag, this is wrong. Bible has never described Sabbath as a flag. In fact, in no theological study has there ever been anybody describing Sabbath as a flag. So this is not a very good way of explaining. All right, good question though. Thank you very much. I like the question. It's a very interesting question. All right.
So we're just limited the questions, and those are that being sent to hosts. And because in the next 40 minutes we're going to join the iCampori, which is started at 6 p.m. So I guess we should have more time, Pastor, and it was a very good knowledge and presentation. And
I hope all of you learned something.
Yes.
I hope you find
Yes.
interesting. You find interesting? I hope you find
Yes,
interesting. Huh?
sure. Yes, there's one question that I need to ask you. I've got so
Yes.
many chats being sent to me about the presentation. Would that be shareable, or your?
Shareable, definitely shareable.
All
Definitely
right,
shareable.
that's good news.
I will share the PDF
Okay.
file.
Okay.
Okay. So all of you will have the exact everything, the Bahasa version.
All right.
Okay.
That
you will
would
have
be
the
very
translation.
nice.
Now, what I
Yep.
will do, you have to send me an email or Facebook me, and then from Facebook, give me an email. I will send it to you, or I can send it to you, the leader, and you can share it to others. Okay.
Okay.
Remember, you can contact me through Facebook. No problem.
All right. Many
I
thanks.
should mention something. Okay, one announcement.
Yes.
This honor is the basic vexillology honor. In less than 2 months, I'll be teaching the advanced vexillology honor. Okay, so just to let you know, there are other peringkat yang lebih tinggi. Now that one will be even more fascinating. If you think this is great, you watch, wait till you see the advanced vexillology honor. So many people are waiting for me to teach this, because I thought this has been taught in Africa, and this was taught in England, the British Union Conference, and many people are writing questions, all asking, when are you going to teach the advanced vexillology? So if you're interested and host it in about less than 2 months, I will try to launch this new one. And by the way, the batch will be a different one. Now, I always like the advanced honor to be different from the basic honor. Okay, so that because to wear the sash, two same honor doesn't look good on the sash. Right? My pathfinder here in Southeast Asia, they don't like it at all. Just because the advanced has a little star, they say, hey, you're having the same thing. So that's why in all the honor saya cipta, all the honor I created, the advanced version is a totally different design from the basic, and this become a motivasi, for people to want to earn the advanced honor. So you'll be surprised that the advanced vexillology honor has a different design from the basic one. Okay, so this is an encouragement for you to take the advanced vexillology honor. I look forward to all of you, and I look forward to your comments. Please write to me on Facebook. I'll be very happy to listen to all of you and to see your comments about this class. I hope it has been interesting. Okay, thank you so much for inviting me. Terima kasih banyak. Okay.
Terima kasih Pendeta Simon Siew, dan sangat menarik, dan seperti sudah disampaikan oleh Pendeta bahwa bahannya akan dapat di-share secara PDF, dan ini akan merupakan informasi yang sangat menarik buat kita. Pendeta, tadi ada informasi ada lebih dari 500 yang sudah mengikuti kelas ini. More than 500 people that
more
had
than
been
that, more than
listened
that,
to your
more than
your
you're talking about this class, is it? This class?
Yes, so there are more than 500. Here it was
Oh,
listed only 200 something, but it was
Oh.
viewed in YouTube as well. So
Wow.
there are many people have been watch and sending positive feedback about the classes. So it's surely very benefited.
Okay.
It was also appreciation for our deaf ministry who had participating to translating, and we have
Thank you.
a large audience in deaf ministry.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful.
Yes, so Kak Ellen, if I'm not mistaken, from Surabaya is translating those.
Wonderful.
So again, terima kasih banyak, dan kita akan menutup. We are closing the program by inviting.
Let me say one thing.
All right.
Let me just say one thing first.
Go ahead,
now,
Pastor.
I will send you the question for this test. Now, I don't know how they're going to do the test. Okay. I will try to prepare it. I'll get somebody to translate the question. I think there are 28 questions. You must get 21. There are 28 questions, all multiple choice. You must get 21 correct out of 28 to pass this test. I will give you a second chance if you fail, but second chance will be higher passing grade. You understand?
All right.
So I hope you pass it, and you'll be Google form. But I need somebody to translate into Bahasa. So that's my first announcement. You have to do the test, and I have to be sure you pass it. Okay, so that's the first thing I want to say. Now, I forgot what's the second thing I want to say. There was one more thing I wanted to say. Sorry, I totally forgot what was the thing that was in my mind. When they come back to me, I will explain to you. Okay, sorry about that. I forgot about the second thing. Yeah.
No problem. You can send the file to Hezron or one of the committee, then we'll try to translate and send it back to you. Okay, thank you, Kak Ulrike from Jakarta International Seventh-day Adventist Church, who had help translating. And Kak Ulrike will be Kak Ulrike mungkin.
Let me interrupt. Sorry.
Okay, continue.
Now remember, this class has now been taught in the Spanish language. You know, it has been translated into Spanish, Espanol. You understand? So I have somebody from who wrote to me and was so happy. So my honors have been translated into Spanish. So it's also taught in the Spanish-speaking country. So now I'm glad I have it in Indonesia. So I'm getting it translated in more countries. All right, thank you.
Okay, very nice. Oke, silakan Kak Ulrike akan pimpin kita dalam doa tutup.
Okay, thank you, Pastor. Shall we all go ahead and prayer? Shall we pray? Dear Heavenly Father, we are grateful, Lord, for this wonderful opportunity that you have given us, that we're able to learn another honor that will be benefit for us as we are going to prepare ourselves to reach the world. We are thankful and grateful, and also asking for your wisdom to help us to understand this one more, especially as we are going to pass the test. Lord, we especially pray for Pastor Siew, as he is giving this honor. Thank you for giving him the wisdom to create this honor. And we are looking forward for another honors that only to honor your name and only to glorify you, God. We are grateful for this iComparé and bless all the participants and also the staff and also the people who are managing this iComparé. May all only to glorify your name. Thank you, Lord, forgive us from all our sins. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Oke, adik-adik Pathfinder yang mengucapkan terima kasih untuk Pendeta Simon Siew, tolong angkat tangan dan dilambaikan.
Thank you, brother.
So you can see, Pastor, people that appreciating the presentation. Terima kasih.
Let me see. Oh,
so
wonderful.
You can scroll.
I'm so happy to be part of. Yeah. So how many on this Zoom itself? How many people on Zoom?
So now it is 222, but previously when we started, it's about 400 something, because at 4 o'clock we split into
Zoom
the other
alone,
classes.
Zoom,
and then in the YouTube, we track it down. So it's more than 500 that have been viewed your presentation.
So this will be uploaded on YouTube, correct?
It's already in YouTube. It's already in YouTube.
Oh, so there's a permanent copy.
It's
there.
A permanent.
So
it's a permanent.
Can
yes.
download.
Yes,
thank you
for
so
sure.
much.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Terima kasih dan adik-adik Pathfinder, kakak pembina, kita masih ada 45 menit untuk makan, kemudian bersiap. Jangan lupa kita akan adakan hari kedua iKampori dan acara ini sangat menarik. Mohon kehadirannya di Hope Channel Indonesia, di YouTube ataupun di televisi. Terima kasih Pendeta Simon. Sampai ketemu.
You're most welcome, everyone.
Okay.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye bye. God bless you. Thank you.
God bless.
Thank you. Bye bye. All right.